Hey everyone, if you enjoy the video, please consider subscribing. It will help me out a lot as a small creator. Thank you. This is the Goblin Merchant. This greasy little scumbag is a vendor in Dark and Darker. He sells overpriced mystery items that can either be god tier or more commonly, absolute trash. I will only be spending my gold with this little simp foot sniffer. I can't trade players and I can't buy items from any other vendor. Welcome to the Goblin Merchant Challenge. Hey everyone, welcome back to Season 3 of the Goblin Merchant Challenge. I put out a poll on my YouTube channel to see what you guys wanted me to play next, and Warlock won. So I made a Warlock and I jumped in and picked up Power of Sacrifice, Bolt of Darkness, Flame Walker, Curse of Pain, and I held on to Eldritch Shield for when I get some more memory. And with my perks I picked up Torture Mastery first. Chucked on my emotes and skins and went straight into the action. I got a nice little one-wheel Shadow Mask here. And then I aggroed a lot of spiders, so I decided to test out Flame Walker. I saw a bard on the other side of the room, so I wanted to get the mobs down as quick as possible. I didn't realize at the start of the game, but my Curse of Pain and Power of Sacrifice were around the wrong way. So I ended up casting Power of Sacrifice a few times when I wanted to use Pain. I'm not quite sure why he decided to go for the Hell Shrine there. I stood on this pressure plate, not really sure what was going to happen, and I got a little bit of a surprise. It wasn't looking very hopeful, so I decided to jump on top of the shrine. I went back for the Skeleton Guardian, and this is when I realized my Curse of Pain and Sacrifice were around the wrong way. There's a really nice pair of legs for me and staff on the Guardian. I overstayed my welcome a little bit too long, and the circle was starting to shrink, so I had to run for a portal. just didn't make it out. I swapped around my cursors and I went straight back in. Right after the goblin died, he did a little flip and blocked my spell somehow. I thought I'd take on the centipede sub-boss for a little upload. Right as I was finishing him, I heard someone downstairs. Was unlucky with the loot. I heard a shrine open nearby, so I decided to push upstairs. Luckily with this last patch, it seems that a shrine always opens in Blaster. After my first sale, I went from 0 gold up to 81 and had a look at the merchant. I wanted to get the ring, but I didn't have enough for it. So I settled on a pair of loose trousers. Not the best, but at least it's a little bit more move speed. And we jumped straight back in. I went ahead and pulled this entire room with Flamewalker just to test it out. It seems like it'll be a lot more effective if I had a bit of magic here. Right as I killed the last two mobs, I heard a cleric buffing up in the next room. I was a bit worried because I was quite low on health. I really wanted to stay out of his judgment range. Somehow I managed to turn that fight around. He didn't have too much loot for me, sadly. Had a quick sit at the campfire to heal up. found a really nice set of magic power pants in this chest. While I was breaking these pots, I heard someone in the next room, so I opened a portal behind me as an escape. He pushed upstairs, so I pushed back to the portal, not wanting to lose it. After selling, I went from 4 gold up to 114. I went to the Goblin merchant, and the only thing I could use was reinforced gloves, so I bought a pair. At least they were green. Then we went straight back into it. This time I knew what the pressure plate did and I was ready for the skeleton champion. The skeleton champion had a few nice bits of loot, but nothing I could use, sadly. While I was looking around the room, I accidentally stood on this pressure plate. While I was running around killing mobs with the Flame Walker, I saw there was a blue portal up, and having a full inventory, I decided to take it. After selling, I went from 72 gold up to 264, but the Goblin merchant hadn't reset, so I loaded straight back into another match. While I was farming, I heard a bard into the room. I tried to push him, but I'm not sure where he went. While moving around the room, I put myself in a really bad situation by pulling a lot of mobs. But luckily I'm playing Warlock, and if I play right, I have a ton of survivability. I was really struggling in this tiny room to stay alive. decided to make a run for the door as the circle was shrinking. I climbed up high to try to get some healing off, but a goblin archer pushed, so I had to drop down. Luckily for me, there was a portal down here. I was able to quickly open it. I wanted to stay a little bit longer and try to take on these goblins from the hollow. The archer just tagged me at the end, so I had to jump out of the portal before I died to his blade. That round got me level 5, so I chucked on vampirism for some extra healing. After selling, I went from 264 gold up to 326. I waited a little bit for the goblin merchant to reset, and I jumped in and had a look. First thing I noticed was a ring. I don't have any rings yet, so I picked it up, and it was pretty average. Next, I decided to grab a chest piece for myself, which turned out to be pretty trash. I was deciding on what to get next. I really wanted a spell book, but a crystal ball would be the second best thing, so I grabbed that. And I had a little bit of gold left, so I decided to grab another chest piece. Sadly, I didn't get any good rolls on this buy. This is the gear I've ended up with after this episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. It will help me out a lot as a small creator, and I'll be putting out some more videos soon. Thanks, everyone.
I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over my channel. And then I start eating garbage.